ka janmit ka basuk bakmen ni pi baro ki palok nong pet sai sisin nga priang sobha beng pi sha ka program jongi balai ka teng ka straight talk ka program ka mang crunch phang ka bha kamyat karoi ka par bat kumjuru ya ki thleu kis ar ki bashan bathar ya ka jalla jongi hi baro ka wei kumbang ite baka apply trek jong jaliu ka de ka sngi ka bangi rakhe ya ke International Olympic Day kumta da kani ka program ngin ya merjung mut ya ka sports sector jong ka jalla Meghalaya bat kumnu kala sha e kunswet ha ka sarkar jongi da ki pho snam watla ngila penmi shibun ki rang bat ki thaya le kai ki ba kinsai na ka jalla parlok nong pe kuman chupan kan mau pi kani ka program menta ka sngi kan long ha ka bilingual kata ka bomut ngin kren ha ka tin khasi bat kumjuru ya ka tin pareng handai haswa bengin ya chakmat ya kani ka program jongi tungin ya pet khendiat ya ini jingpen idur ibangidon nabenta jongpi
ya ka arpolai tarik ujalio larke kum ke Olympic Day hak kaleng setelak ke perthai ladangi kertiang den sya ka jingsdang jong ka lempeng modern Olympic jongka ya ka bathamai ha usnem khat praspa kandai pon riu ha Athens Greece kaladon ro ka jingpen ke imbiang ya ki lai pau jat tali ki jing yele kai larake ya ka lempeng Olympic nado neospa nepon riu BC henry na ki daw jong ka thma ba kiri bat kis im ki bam yo i ya ka jingmen toy ne ka jingmot ban panlong ya kane kelempung sipor kelempung Olympic kala yapna ki santali ki jing outdoor bapelun ki thau ya ki santali ki kendau ba jong ka perthai rong bajingum Oceania rong stem Africa rong yong Europe rong jerngam Asia bat rong South Americas kelempung Olympic kalong ka bakongsan namar ka playlat ya ki riban pen phalang ya ki sap ki pong bat ki briu jongka ki don kadai ro kalat ban wanra ya ka sup ka sain bat ka jing sngew shi paralok jong ki para ban riu ha kane ka perthai ka balong ro ka lenti sha ka sup ka sain nado balas dang ka lempung Olympic tang sau sin ba ka perthai kala do ya ka Olympic kata kasnam kakandai spa kan rio tma ba banengkong kakandai spa saupo bat kakandai spa saupo sau katma ba baar bat ha usnam arajar arpo nakadaw jong ka jingwan lingshop ukunyang coronavirus
ngidanang niya ka studio jongi ya ki katu ka ni ki riu shampang ki bala banyamir banya jingmut halor ka ni ka Olympic Day. Tementangan pen itu shwa ya i weni ki panel jongi ibadai i ba John Kashieng. Iba John Kashieng ide i working president jong ka Meghalaya State Olympic Association. Ni pedang so bhai pi ba John. Ngidan ru hang ne ya iba yan lingdo. Iba long i vice president jong ka MSOA badru ibadai i general secretary jong ka Swimming Association jong ka Meghalaya. Ni pedang so bhai pi ba yan. And last but not the least, we have Tanushri Dasgupta, who is the gold medalist at table tennis at the first Northeast Olympic Games 2018. She's also the #1 ranking table tennis player from the state. Welcome, Tanushri.
Thank you.
But kumtu ngan pasat choi ka jingkali ka baningkong Shapi ba John. Ha ka jing snu thu jong pi ha tu batai khandiat Shapang ka International Olympic Day.
Kublai shibo ni kani ka jing penia fi kani ka program. Bat ha ka ba nangkong ngakwa ban shim kani ka lat ka kabu ban ai kublai ban kitbok kitrang ya baro all the athletes ki coach technical officials ki officials mo jangka jalla bar borok week India and especially to also wish mo ban kitbok team India who are preparing to mo ba pankre ban ya kun hakane ka Olympics Tokyo Olympics. They are very very happy Olympic Day ka ba ngi rakhi keleng ko perthai internationally but kani ka Olympic Day ka day ka ba ki rakhi jan palat sispa new photo ligri so nata kada kolong ka International Olympic Day kala sedang kani ka jing perkhat nadu 1947 haka Olympic International Olympic Committee ka jing yakren but kadai hadu 1978 hadu nkong shwa ho khandai spa South Africa. The next year it was adopted in 48 and individual countries were celebrating mo kira khe kani ka Olympic Day Henry kadai tat hadu ka 1978 ba ka International Olympic Committee ka sabatha officially all the NOCs National Olympic committees bakin pelong kin rakhe ya ka Olympic Day hakani ka arfulai tarik June ka badai ka foundation day jongka International Olympic Committee te kidan ki jingbatha ba ngi de man rakhi ko bashi tayo nadu khat new June ado arfsau June te hendrai lajit kerpang ya ka arfulai tarik nomor ba kadai ka foundation day jongka International Olympic Committee te ngi ki hakani ka naka jingja ka bam shimla mudur kani ka khlam COVID-19 ka pandemic ka bawan nadu mencup stem te kala thut lapen mo borok ki pai ba ki tip hi bakala ka khata jur te hakaliang ka sports kala khata jur palat kat hadu ba ka jingile kai ka ba khlidu ka bade ka Olympics lahapan pensange mencup stem nagara ujung kani ka khlam te ngiru mo rengkat bat ka International Olympic Committee rengkat bat ka Indian Olympic Committee Association jong India ngi ka Meghalaya State Olympic Association ru ngi rakhilang kat bai bor ngi la within the permissible norms mo da ka ba le ikat tu kan ni kam ban kan mau ya ni ka singi so kuman cuma pang mene ngi la ya kendet ban ya mo nakalian jungi ban chiarap ai ngi sam ki jing ai shaki ki traffic police natangi ngi la let du nakalian ka MSA ban li ai subha katu kan ni kitiar shaka civil hospital mene but because of nagada chung ni ka COVID-19 most of the celebration barok ki ni ki mo ki long lengba ki digital mo virtual thankfully ni aingo ka social media te barok ki Olympians ki top stars jongka sports ki lairap da ka ba ki pelong ya ki fitness program ki pelong ya ki ajing kren ki ajing hikai through digital mo format through Twitter through YouTube lengba ki ni social media bobon ki ajing hikai yang ki athletes ya ki khana jungi keleng mo la ki jong federation ki pelong ki seminar ki pelong ki jelekai tangkat ban mo to inspire ban I mean same ya ki athletes ki bala shakta hakani ka pandemic
tak boleh sebut bayan nga ko ban kali pi hakajing sngutu jong pi bade ka ka jing kongsan jong kani ka International Olympic Day
kita lightly kita ki principles jong ka Olympic movement Sigani Olympic movement kam dei tang menta ki sports persons hindi kadai menta ka society menta ka imlang salang barok huwai ban pin sapriang ya ka jingdon kam ya ka sport ha ka imlang salang te ban beteng susu ya kani kalong ba kidan lightly ki benta kita lightly ki mat ki ba kongsan jong ka Olympic movement kita di move ngan banyak ban khsar ban yat ban yeng ban ndi ban shong haju ban learn kumut ba hab ban pediang ban yo aja kata ka jingtip lada phi let shino ru phi ban learn means ban yo kata ka jinghi kai nomor ba sisin ba phila kut ya kata ka learning ha ka simat kumut kalau don ke ba kalau adon ke jing bakla ke ba khrau te ngi dei ban learn Tapi khadu pada ban discover kalau ban khmi ban yo jing tip susu. Te kata kini ki jinglong ki balong kerpang menta ubreu simet. Te da kata ke motto move, learn and discover. Hakani ka Olympic movement jongi bagi dei ban pensapriang ya ka imlang salang bagi breu gidi ban sulthu ba kat ba fidang move, kat ba fidang learn, kat ba fidang discover. Kemut breu rang dan haka kot ka khya haka dan kata ka jingkit clear ba ban contribute sya ka imlang salang sya ka society. Te haka bai dei bede bat kani ka Olympic movement ka bai long kerpang menta menta usnem ar phau bar ar fu bai bawan une ukhyang jingpang covid 19 mo bong kani ka khlam ka bala khtalot ya baro khamta mi ki athletes sangne po jilla jungi ni iba ki athletes ki bala syam kata ka jingsi tong ka ba hadu kata ha khamat ha pring jungi don ini athlete hang ne ru ba khmyo ile ka shu kim don tournaments kim don e ru baro nomor ba kim sha ban ya dan lang ba kata ka wan kata ka protocol ba dan kata ka social distancing ba nu khlam long ba upur te ngi na ka swimming association ru ka ju hi ngim yo ban jingi ki athlete jungi ki susong te kalong ka jingdo ka ba khrau nomor pihak practice ka sports ka ongoing you mo ongoing activity ba pihak practice ban pentebet susu eladi te hakani ka Olympic day kita lightly kita ke hashtags bangi dei ban pensapriang stay strong hakim lang salang idi ban stay strong wan ka khlam wan ka no jingpang ngi hab long ki breu ki ba kot ki ba khya ngi hab pet ya kamet lo jong mo stay healthy ru kolong kata ba pet ya jing kot jing khya lo jong kata ka wan swan ngkong Sekumta tamba hindi tong sports person belong strong, but stay strong and stay healthy. Baro ki dekat, baro ki beliau hapo ke imlang salang ki simet ki hap long strong and healthy. Kata kadi ke message bangi pha sya baro kawai ke jella Meghalaya.
Kublishibun bayan.
And stay active.
Stay active.
Stay active. Kata kadi hashtag stay active. Kini lightly. Hashtag stay strong. Hashtag stay healthy. And hashtag stay active. And to be healthy together.
Ta kublishibun ba ayan ya ka jing pensha jong pi. Now Tanushree, moving to you as a young athlete yourself, what significance does this International Olympic Day hold for you?
Every sports person's ultimate goal and dream is to achieve a medal in the Olympics, or at least participate in the Olympics. So International Olympic Day is all about promoting sports, like regardless of any gender, age, or sports abilities or whatever. So as a sports person, I think people should know about sports and the importance of sports in their life, like how it builds our character and discipline. And International Olympic Day is all about that, promoting sports and promoting the main idea of sports in a person's life. So I would encourage anyone, like even if you're not pursuing the sports as a professional career, you can always go and do any kind of sports, like how Sir said, be active in any way and to stay healthy. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Tanushree. Bayan ngan poi bang shapi dakan ka jing kali ha ka jing pet jong pi ka long kumno ka ta ka jing man jong ka sports sector ha Meghalaya.
Ke sports sector bandai keren ya kata ngidang long banang khulung. Bandai ya nujor ba kiwe gi jela tang hapo north east ru pindapai ka Assam ka laya shakmat habai dei bat ka swimming, habai dei bat ka cricket, habai dei bat ka wegi benta wegi sports. Pindapai ka Tripura was much later than us. Ka cricket ndai ka Ranji Trophy ka lech ka Tripura ka yo join ka Tripura ya ka Ranji Trophy banya ka Meghalaya. Te swimming ru ko jo, ngani keren nama swimming because ngai don't experience ha swimming ru. Ha swimming ru Tripura is far ahead of us. Kadon syakmat. Why? Kadon kejingduna balai. Kawai galong infrastructure. Hapo Meghalaya ngimdon swimming pool. Ka 50 meters Olympic size pool ngimdon. Ngidon ka pool ka 25 meters 4 lane. But ngi penon kam ya ka, I mean, that is the only pool that we have. Ngi hab penon kam ya ka, nomor ba radapi ang ba phimla ban jingine phimla ban compete because we don't have enough infrastructure there kam so ya have. Hindi kum gibre ba ngidi ban ntakin ngidi ban yakane karai raidam ngidi ban yang but ngidi ban thom yakane karai raidam. Tengok by the infrastructure, by the funding. Kan nongod ki athletes ki bayo kata ka iyo ma, po support. Nomor ba tip hi ba bon ki athletes kim di ba gibreu ki ba you know ba spa. Ngandai keren halor ka swimming ru ki athletes hapo India international athletes ki swimmers bon ki ba led ban train yala de sa USA, sa Australia, sa Europe. Tak pisah lah jom. Sekarang buat ka ba manta. Kum manta da film don kita ki international coaches ki babiang be film don kata support team, film don kita pi ka sports kam de ka talent de ka skill jong uwe brio. Ne jong ka team jong kum ka football team ai piton kam kini ka support group. Nadong sedong. Ti hakatarung idang duna palan. Tapi apa apa dia buat ke implementation jong policies tu, jong sports policies, implementation jong ki schemes, KBI, komentar. Forest Department, ke scheme jong Forest Department plant 1,000 trees in Meghalaya or plant 10,000 trees in Meghalaya. Kaya hak sports kadang kum kata-kata ke scheme ba identify 1,000 players, 1,000 athletes, ini men perkat thamai mentah. Kalau poi ke jog bang himla bansu board back kat bakawan but kat ba you ba basu ai chu pertho ben kram da perkhat kram da yo ya kata ka jing sampang ha ko bai de sports nomor ba ngi have identify ke kita ki sports ba ki khna jungi ki long ki ba tebet la ka de ha table tennis ne la ka de ha contact sports ne la ka de swimming ne kum ta ngi have don gin kata ka ke plan, ke strategi, kumno banyak cakman. Tinggi dang long nang sa din, nginang sa kulong pindapat day tang hasulong ru dang sa din. Pindapat day sa kicakan nang kundong ni te. Naya keren.
Ha. Dengan poi sa siya piba John. Ta ha kajing pejong piha tu kajing sa din kumbala benrap da ibayan. Kajing sa din jong gajala jong iha kaliang ka sports kadai nakadaw kajing syai kunswat hak sarkar hak kalian ke infrastructure
pi ba poi ke infrastructure shaban poi sta ni hap so thu ba kai kajing kalong dai you need ni don kam ya ka policy habang policy kamot ndai policy jong uta kadi ka policy of the government mo nomor ngimla len ba ka sports kaya da ka jingkrian da kalian ka sarkar naman ni de kum state ki bahaya ki beran ka mo ki industries ki sponsorship ni kitai tingi hang ni jelai beret ka hapan ka wan chakmat ka sarkar te ngasobon ong kadan kam ka policy but ngaso kemen bani thu ifi ba hadin ka jing mo hadin ka jing sakut ka sports policy ha ka draft stage lajan khatsan ar posnep in draft stage ka sports policy mo finally in how arjar khandai mo ka sarkar ka sa approve kani sarkar ka approve ya ka sports policy te menta ka basa kalong sisin bangilan ka policy but so when I kublai ka department of sports ba ki dikot jaga Meghalaya State Olympic Association nilai strong di totally meeting bani ajing mut halo ka ni ka sports policy kani ka policy kan sa sandur dai te ngidon kam we need to implement menta ya ka sports policy te ngan IP khendiat ka tuan igi jing mentoi habadan ka sports policy kemut kan guide all the departments kadang ka overall policy on recruitment ki incentives mo as it is kumbakalong kaladon lupa ka 2% reservation for sports persons. You know, medal winners.
Ha.
Kadang ka 2% reservation. Handrai lengba ka sports policy menta. Kaladon ka jing terwa, kaladon da bakla ka jing terwa menta ba kumba shipau khat san percent kandon ka reservation for medal winners in the police force. Hey, because hang tu mo, kita kam fit persons ke kita. Tikara bon bha ka kam ka bangi di ban le hadin bala implement ye ka la notify ye ka sports policy. Ka dependent ka committee ka bala clear du chief minister. Kat kum ka sports mandatory. Kat kum ka sports policy there has to be a committee ka bala chair du honorable chief minister. Ka bah ka committee ka bani kan du sin sinam. Ka dependent ka committee ka ba clear du sports minister. So hakaba ka state olympic ka long ka way na ki members nta. Baginya ya thir tai kum no pnia chkamat. Ni so comment ru ban pentip. Ba lengba ka ni for the first time po Meghalaya we have this sports policy ka ba kranshai to an athlete mo that lada p if you participate, if you become an Olympian, if you win a medal ka cash award ka long 9% lak. Tikani khubor ngimpan yo ay pa na markawan no ka kani ka jing ka covid mo. So we could not reach everywhere, but create awareness on this. If you win at the nationals, you become a national champion. Mensyua nga sosi ba, ngiya hap ay, yaki athlete jungi nyo haja san spa. Mentala da fi job ya ka nationals, ka gold, da fi yo gold kalong 10,000. Fi yo silver ka di 10,000. Mensyua nyo haja san spa. Te kumno ki kena akin mi sekamat mo. Te kadonru ka jing batai ha ka sports policy ka wede bat ka sports pension. You know, kila perform, they have worked hard to build a name for the, you know, brought laurels ya ka state mo. Sports pension kadonru marks for sports. So there is a overall a very very important milestone as far as yang i sports persons kan da ka jing don kani te ka question man ta kalong manging in have ensure but sarkar ka have ensure bangin pentrai kam hai kani lara kim pentrai kam kani te kamot ka sarkar mo ka wara kani policy kan pentrai kam no te ka la don ru hang ni ba nang ni shakmat anum duna ya ka shfaulak ya ka way ka state association ka pentrai kam Nilamat kijing bagi state association kimi orang.
Ba John kendiat aku aban kelish pangan ka budget kani ka new budget session ka ba u chief minister jongi ula kran ru shapang ka sport satu pila ban penchai kendiat hello jong kata.
Pi kalau hum dia hello ke infrastructure part ba fikli beneru nei hello ke budget ru.
Ha.
Te ka allocation sya namar ba fitip mo boro we mo ni ai kublai ka Indian Olympic Association kila yangi a lot yangi ka national games mo te menta ka chingpan kre ka national games kalong ko bajubor kadai ka burom it is a matter of honor, a prestige for the state of Meghalaya to be allotted the national games mo so we have to take full advantage ngi devin chim kabu ye gani but ni so comment to ki sarkar ki persyang kila call ki tenders kila engage ki consultants kila engage ki designers te ngi long ki way na ki signatories ya ka host city contract mo Meghalaya government, Indian Olympic Association but Meghalaya State Olympic ngi long ki joint signatories ya ka host city contract ba ki don ki kendon ki bengi happen dep but kata kalong ni happen biang put in place, the government has to put in place all the infrastructure te in view of this pandemic nei nakadaw jong ka khlam te I cannot say mo where this has reached mo because we are under lockdown too, we have no access to mo everything is shut so ka infrastructure te ngam la dong ka budget kumba ngai ha ka last session ngai kumba ka de ka budget ka baki la kila allocate la don hi handrai ngatinga soba nga ko bani thu angni ba ka sarkar kam dei ban mudur ban khapnap ban ai ka sports teng kidon ki pajba ki mudur kini ki jinglut foot hak sports ndrai nga ko ban ongum ni to build an individual to build a character you cannot measure it you cannot measure it in terms of budgetary allocation so if a lot of people look ik pisah hak sports utu khna ne ka khna ulong u role model haposno
But John ngin saya poi biang pi hakataka phang. Now I'll move to Tanushri again. As a contemporary athlete yourself, what are your thoughts of the sports scenario in Meghalaya at this moment?
I can just say from my personal experiences, like in table tennis, since I started playing, I was lucky enough that my father was in the association, in the table tennis association, and he knew like how what were things I needed to like improve myself in the game. When I started, I was also lucky enough because I had lots of senior players who were playing that time, and then I could look up to them, and I improved quite fast when I started, and like the tournaments I played, like even though I lost, I got some few experiences. But then slowly, all the players in my batch, they came to a certain point in their life where they were in class 10 or 12, and then all the how to say, like their focus and concentration, everything went to how they would pass their 10th and exams, like 10th or 12th. So slowly, like all the players who were, like we were growing together, playing together, but then the lack of interest showed by their parents, and the lack of like setup, like in the stadium, like no regular coach, but then how like if we compare with other states, the practice sessions and the intensity they have, and the atmosphere altogether, we didn't have that much like here in Meghalaya. So that was the big how to say gap, yeah. So like that, like we were playing, but then everyone started leaving, so we had less competition in the state itself. So and if we had to compete in the national levels, we were lacking so much behind, because all these players coming from the other states, they were having like 100+ players, like 200 to 500 players, and here in our state we were hardly 60-70 players. So it was very hard for us to gain experience in the tournaments and matches. So but then like for a month or two, or maybe during my summer vacations which I got from school, that was the only time I could go out, like out of the state for practice. And I was lucky enough because my parents were all interested, and they supported me a lot. So I went to West Bengal for practice, and I went there like every year for a month or two. But then it was still not enough, because I was competing with the players who were playing, who were training for those intensity for like a whole year, but I was just getting that for like 1-2 months. So that was like really not enough, and we lacked that here in Meghalaya.
Yeah.
Like
So like based on that, according to you, how can we bring about that interest in the individuals to in our state? Because as you have mentioned that most of the athletes are losing interest, either because of the parents are not being interested. So why do you think these parents are not interested in sports, and why do you think these athletes, they leave sports prematurely?
I think we lack role models actually. If there's someone we can look up to and see the success he had or she had in sports, so maybe if there's someone like who can, you know, like show that there is a future in sports here in Meghalaya, then maybe the parents will be convinced to at least give the time and energy on their children to actually pursue sports, like any sports. But here as like from my personal experiences, I've seen my friends like they tend to play a lot of sports just for fun, like extracurricular activities. So there's one of my friend, he started playing table tennis, and then he went to football, and then he went to swimming, and then he joined karate. So it was like some players, it was just like, for some it was just for fun. But then those who really wanted to pursue, their parents showed interest for some time, like okay, let him play as long as he won. But then when he reaches his class 10 or 12, he should focus on his studies and go to engineering or law, or be a lawyer or doctor, anything. I think if there is someone who can guide us and show that there is a future, and if you put a little bit of effort, and if there's like coaches and everyone coming together to improve, then maybe like we can grow like together, and we can show like little ones that okay, you can take up sports and there is a future in sports. So that's the main reason, like there's no role model in like our state.
Okay, thank you Tanushree, we'll come back to you. Ba yan nga kuat ban kali pi kani jing kali ba I Tanushree ila banrap phang ki role models bangi dunai ki role models mo ti ha ka jing pe jong phi bale ka Meghalaya kamla ban pen mi shibun ki athletes ki ban yashim ban ta ha ki South Asian Games ki Commonwealth Games bat kum juru ha ka Olympics haduk menta
Gadang ipet ya gari India. Berapa baik? Ke sport apa di India keempat poi saya kata ke Kerdan. Keba even though we are second only to China in population, and they impat lah produce kita ki athletes kumba produce ke China. Mo benepet ke tengah macro, the macro level. Coming back to Meghalaya, see this interest comes from again what Tanushree said. Ladam don't take role models. Come out role models means kikimi, kikipa, jungi, kalongin, bunsin, kakwa, yakikun, ban minot, haka, kuli ke putih. Mde nomor ba kikwa ba kin bha kin biang lasai ya kalawai ke jongki. Kwa ki bakin puli, pinai kanongot kita kilongin kiba encourage yakikun. Niki pa penslor niki kon ba sim ke lele kai nik sport focus hakani ke sport nalo film tibet ki bon ki khana ki bon ki stories haba ngiyo I ba don bon ki khana ki ba tibet sisa banyele kai ndai namar ba mla na ye namar ba na yeng kim penslor kim poi sa kata ka thau mo te kalong ke balong ka ngapet sa ka imlang sa alang. Hindi how athlete ne di Schmidt ne ki parlok ne ki pe ka imlang sa alang kumno ka imlang sa alang kaya sikamat. Ilong ka judgment ri ko barang red. Judgment ri ko barang ta dang kat Muslim menta nginang yo state mo jong Meghalaya 50 years next year. Mandan kata ka national games. Hindi pinapet pedero man support kumbaga keren biang mene kendan kata support system yagi athletes nodo na ye nodo school hadu ka ecosystem ngimdan kata ka sporting ecosystem ban produce ya kita ki podium finishers ban produce ya kita ki medal winners ngimdan ka ecosystem we don't come banwara kane ka ecosystem hangne po jela jongi and banwara ya kane you don't come banyak selok, banyak keren. Kamu datang ke sports policy. Sports policy kesulong tang nalor. Hindi ke implementation ke don't come. You don't come ba ki sarkar ba ka sutho ki nong mikmat ke ban sutho. Te kede gini ki paro ke bawan lang hakan ke ecosystem ban pen kieu ya ka sports ban pen kieu ya kini kijingi lakai po jela jungi. Te pinapet menta ki ong ba kini ki ri shabar ki klan mo. Pet menta football ne pet ki euro. Ngilong sabi kung ju.
Ato ba yan nga ko aman kali pi kani ko way mo. Ato pem sngo ba ka ngi kamsyong tangha ka sorka nama ladang ipet hakani ka jela jongi bunsin kani ka ki breu ki kam concentrate ya ka football but ki ba kambun ki dan ki ba ong ba lada de sports person ha Meghalaya lada pimde hi footballer kamut da pi 106 na syabar eru kam Songkhya hatu pi sngo kumnu halor kata ka jing ong
Nomor ya ke jela ya ke imlang salang mo. Pim nujor tang na ka football. Lada ke society jungi lada ke jabri jungi ke Tibet ke island banyele ikibi sport kemut ke pen iba kata ke approach ya ke sports kalong holistic kan. Kalong mentang ngincu teban baik tang ya ke football ngin ino ya table tennis ngin ino ya ke badminton ngin ino ya ke swimming ngin ino athletics company am tapi ong development chusna baik tang ki surok ngi chusna baik tang ki dams jadi menong overall kan jadi menong kun thup lang men pun ya ke jing klan ke jat bun riau ke jing pro ke jat bun riau ba pun ba ngimde bangi nang tang ya kawai hindi nginang ikiwe ru ngidon ke talent ngidon ke ta ka mo ka sap ngidon ke sap menyerwai ngidon ke sap menyela sport ngidon ke sap kumta ter ka sport lu kolong kumju ngidon men encourage lu ke sports hindi nginong bedukok
kadai tengin sapoi biang sapi sakendiat tengok ko ban kali kini ka jingkli ba John hakas nam arajar khatsan ha ka 35 national games ke balalong ha Kerala ka jela Meghalaya kala yokur lightly kita kema kata ka wei ha ka gold ka wei ha silver ba ka wei ha ka bronze hendai ka basngusi kalong ba kini ki athletes baro laingot ki ba yokur kini ki medal kimdei ki athletes na Meghalaya hendai ki dei ki athletes bashushim wai na Manipur ka jingkli ka bangal ko ban kli pi kalong kumni balai ba ngihap ban shimwai ya kita ki athletes na Manipur ban represent ya ka jela jongi habangi don shibun ngut kita ki rang ba ki thai le ka ki batbet
Nga hap ban kuburi kata ba kala ja kumta kadaw kolong kumni mo ba kini ki federations kadon ka baki ong borrowing mo te pi kata ka gap ba ong international mene mo the gap between even economically the larger states the more financially viable states kadon ka jingkran mo po India tinghi dong ki ki states ki ba shakno so ka gap ka jurba te ka mot infrastructure ngimdan ha ka sport te ka ika baja teng gini ki state association mo manta ka Indian Olympic Association kila stang ban perking ni banum sya ban ayu te kala don gum kita ki jingjaru but ki bon ki federation kulmar ban dalong ki championship mo ka bon ka kami gum ki jingkulmar te kani nakaliang ka Meghalaya State Olympic Association ngingi di tangka body ke ba affiliate igini association te ki belet saka nationals ki de ki top 8 mo te ka respective federation ka teng ki yele ban penjok medal de te ki don ki player ki betubet drai shubu no kadon tang pra kategori te kabut tang prangut ki la ban bo job medal te lada ki don ki probables ki bakhlan ki non job medal ki perung Tripura ki kro Meghalaya so this is mo kumbong bayan nei po India ru katu entire ecosystem nei kadang sukha it is beginning to evolve kampat long kan hadu kata that's why you know in the last Olympics phenomenal tang 2 medals no te ka national games apa Kerala ru kidon kita ki huri hura ki orang ya te ke India kadang evolve hakini ki kam kan kadang evolve haka administration kadang involve ha bon ki ai ban streamline na kata kadau ka government of India kalau wanra try fi bana gitu ka national sports code no ban penbet ya ni ka huri hura te kini kilong ki administrative issues ki bami nakapur sakapur te hendrai most of the federations ki bangatip mangamata dia kila sedang ban perking ya kani ka boroi ban pa ayu kan ngah ite ngaso di bendai pe unai akai jo Meghalaya mo a resident of Meghalaya should represent Meghalaya kalau babaklah berlimi di giveaway ban pen mo
Di sakawai mo kajing kali halor kata. Haba kini kia semua kum tu kia borong ni. Di kami hatu ka sarkar Meghalaya ka hapsiu kini kia you haba ki yok medals ne.
Kita kilong entitled pot.
Ha.
Kilong entitled. Jadi entah kata bang orang film ni mental lelai bakal mi ke policy. Kum ni. Mo. Pintip bah haba ki don ki state ki badan ki balapan mi ni policy kabut ki one bah ki player na ki ki jela. Let's say ki bakam dan sub. Ki nong are film Meghalaya film dan player ta ai dong in promangi. Tekan rei kata ka cash award ki incentive berapa kurlut mu upat. Tekan ni ke policy ke dia kata bangin hab benda define yang kita kan kami kita kijat kamru. So haka ba menshu ate kum ta ke shu ka shu ya kum tu. Ni shu shim shu podiak bet.
Ba John ngan sa poi biang sapi sakawe ka jingkali hadian an poi sha sa iba yan kan ka jingkali mo. Ulgo. Bayan kajing kali kalau lada ka sarkar Meghalaya kahap bansiu ikni incentive ba kahap bansiu na bantagi ni ki atlet ki bawan nabar balai kamdan ka kanu ka jingya keren lani ka jing persya haba kidan kini ki atlet jungi ki ba dei banlet represent Shabar ki ba hab dei banlet kum ladang ipet kum ya u hamiru u ba hab let Russia tambah u kamyo banlet de nakadaw ba umdan funding ba umla tigidan kiwe ki atlet su ki bahab let sha Italy te kituru kila sha penduk namar ka jinglot kalong kum ba saulak te hatu balai haduk mentam pak dan ba raise ya kata ka question ya ka government ba haba ka government kala ban siu kini ki athletes ba naka weipat ka jella balai kamla ban siu ki athletes naka jella jongi
em kata ka jingkli ba fibu ma fi ni ngathai ngan wandur kum ni first of all ka sport ayu ba ngishim athletes na bar kata di men kelima kum ka kickboxing menta hame mo kickboxing him don kam haki contact sports kickboxing wushu karate judo taekwondo ngim don kam ke bana bar because ngidon ki excellent athletes la jom football ngim don kam hindi kitan kum ki sport ke batmai menta mo kum banchu keren ba keladon ke kes ba ke hoki ki wan ki banabar mo tanai kar kata mo ini ke jingsi jo ke sarkar kini ki nong yele kai ke banabar hadu mentang thai gandon kum kata ke jingsi mo ke song ha ke sports association jong ke jella ndai ha ke sarkar kam don benta ru ha ke bai dai ba ki athletes ke sports association ke ba affiliate but ka national federation jong ka hockey ne ka football ne ka equestrian ne ka archery ne kano mo te bafin ang ba ka sarkar ka sports association naman teng kalong gum ni ka sports association bakin yo ya kata ka nam iwan ra da ki athletes panabar
tamba bayan kembangan sukni ketin ni fikan diat mo ba ladangi pet pada ukli jong gini ki sports association baro pada udi sports minister de hatu kata baro kam syang bakan niat
ni sports minister shulong sports minister of the department of the you mo ndi ukli is independent ke federation sports federation is independent that's why ki ong bakadon ko Indian Olympic Council mo ka bapet igini ki federations baro ko these are all independent. Ka sports bagay day ko sarkar kolong ka main ka day ban fund ni gini ki sports associations ban fund ni federation. Di ba John?
Clarify dia type point shortly. Quickly kalong taka ni. Ni hap ngako aru ban sim ka kabu ha kan ka sngi Olympic day ban pensyai ru ya ki pat bang. Ngaju sopang met mo. Yang pi bon ki kena jungi ki job ki contact sports ki bon. Handrai dang ha ki sir ngana botai ki kena ba pide ban so thu Olympic and non-Olympic. Piokem. Ka priority jangka Meghalaya State Olympic Association kalong ban promote ye ki association ki bani ka Olympics. Ka Indian Olympic ru ka bo yangi ka itu ingi ka affiliate ingi ki ka mandate jungi kalong ban promote the Olympic sports. Ti kidan don gini sports ki bang mi thamai Kibidang itu tang haka Commonwealth or Asian Games. So it's not up to the Olympic sports.
Okay.
They and everyone mo bubon hinganget ki player ki diben so haba ki pick ikanu sports. Of course kata ka song common joki mo adin bikil aktif ki dang sim ni ka ka song hoki.
Kadai.
Te ka Olympic sports kadai ka wai ka ba kini di gilis.
Ha.
Hakini ki jela kai fi priority.
Okay.
Mo te kum ka karti.
Ha.
Kam simdan ha ka Olympic.
Andai
Andai mata ha ka Japan kadai nama kadai ka national game joki. Ka karate ka rungkum ka Olympic sports. Ka golf kam simdan. Dai te hakalas haka Rio after almost 90 years hadin khandai pusnam ka golf ka rung biang te ngide benda bishar ban pe kumno kalong kini ge ayu kai te ngaso ba hoi longkat balong ka dei biang haka policy jong sarkar pan kumno ban encourage because to lada kam dei ka Olympic sports ru they ban encourage ya kita ki khana skanya mo they ban encourage ki ban promote iki te kata ka song haka mon jong sarkar pan nomor kumbong ngai bayan pat nai bang ngin tukular ya kata ka kam jongki association kalong very limited ingi because kata ka sole responsibility of an individual state association apa kile itu ke boring gini kata fi te ka rule jongi kalong very limited nomor ngin tukular mangi uta state association bawra i boy te ka
Kalong kumne mo. Ha po jilla Meghalaya but kiwi jilla ru di ban sultho nung akren ki pajba amta ban sultho yaki saki mo ba because no ko sport ba promote ko di ka sports association namar bu kidi maki ki ba ai coaching kidi maki ki ba penbiang ki khna ki ba ai lada ka di football ne ka di ka boxing ne ka di ka shooting ne ka di sports association kini ki sports association kidi ki grassroots association ki ba shim ki khna ki ba train ki khna ki ba ajing hi kai ki khna ba ki nang banyela kai ngani ka sport to kaslang sha kumta ka sports hapo ka jalla jungi bat akawi ki jalla ro hapo India ki slang kumta te nai su thu bakla ba ka de ka sarkar ne umta ka sarkar ka sulong ba ka suya rap yangi ka ai ka funding ka ai ka you ba ka promote ru mo kita mo through the infrastructure no because infrastructure sa hoi ru Kajingdu na kolong ba, lara affiliate abroad. Kidi ki sports federation ki ba own ka infrastructure. Ham ki Jakarta po Europe po America and all that. Hindi ka hangni bade hapo ri India jungi kimdon ki sports federation ki ba own ka infrastructure. Kata ro kidi wei ka jingdu na hapo sports policy jungi. Kata ka infrastructure ka don but ka sports federation kan jin abha nomor ba access to infrastructure kadi another problem kadi gawai ka jing duna bagi athletes kimyo access kimyo you te kini ki boro kitang pun ki banya keren ya kata mo jing duna bubun hindai devan suthu ba ki sports association hi kidi kita ki mau bersio jong ka sports development hapo jilla without the sports associations without the sports federation come down sport hapo Hangne po jilla jungi, hangne po ri jungi.
Good. Tanushri, we will move the question to you. Like as we can see that there is a lack of molding and shaping the younger athletes right from the grassroots level. So what are your thoughts on the molding and shaping of the athletes at the grassroots level since you started playing when you were in school? So can you give some thoughts on that?
First, I think schools should have coaches or instructors like to start teaching the students or whoever's interested in playing any sports. They should have coaches in the schools to make them aware of the sports first of all, and if they're willing to play and if they're interested, they should like speak to their parents also, like you know, like this is the sport, if you're interested, like I'm going to invest my time, and like coaches are going to invest their time and energy on the student or the children. So the parents should also know that all the time and in like energy should not be wasted when they're like in class 10 or like I said before. So coaches also like should make make like the government or the association should make efforts to send their senior players or anyone to promote the game in different levels, in the rural levels or wherever, in the schools and everywhere. And they should focus on the tiniest like details, like the basics first, and then like I personally lacked the basics. Like a lot of things were wrong, and if I had the proper coach or any like national level coach, then maybe I would have improved a lot. But when I went to other states, I saw that their level of the basic was so strong that even though they were not coaches in their academies, they could play alone with their knowledge and looking up with their seniors. So yes, like that's the thing. Like we need more senior players to go and promote the sports and teach the students and the parents as well.
Thank you so much, Tanushri. If we have to talk about sports in Meghalaya, it is a very vast and diverse topic indeed. With the national games coming to Meghalaya in 2022, the preparation for the national games is on the way, with the Chief Minister saying that the government is willing to shed 450 crores and some other which is being given by the Minority Affairs, which is 125 crores. Then you also have the Tribal Affairs, which is giving away 20 crores for the infrastructure of the national games in Meghalaya. The only thing that we can do right now is hope for the best, and we are looking for a good and bright future for the athletes of Meghalaya. And with that, we have come to the end of today's show, where we are talking about the International Olympic Day. I would like to end by saying Happy International Olympic Day to each and every single athlete, as well as to each and every single individual who loves sports and who are also celebrating this day by encouraging and by helping our sports persons in so many different shapes and form. But dakatupat ka jingya ther baka jingya tai niang ni ngila po isya ka bakut jong kani ka program jongi.
Stay strong, stay healthy,
Kumbaong iba yan, stay strong, stay healthy, and be safe. Nga di umibon ling doar na Didi Meghalaya, kublay shibun, ublay undang yay kerkuya pi.